Hey everybody, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to another day of Coffee with Eddie. Yes, yes, yes. It is time for that Coffee with Eddie time. Take a break. Have a cup of coffee with me. As a matter of fact, mine is actually in the making. Look at this. Yep, it's a dripper. Okay, that's a dripper. Look at that. Drip, drip, drip. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, yes, yes. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. Every Tuesday at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I come together with you all to have a break and give you some ideas, share with you some stories, encourage you so that you can create a lifestyle of freedom and purpose. And you do that in multiple ways, by the way. You know, I just had a workshop this past weekend, and what I'm going to share with you today is the importance of having a plan and understanding that you do have a message. You do, and the plan should be to spread your message, to be able to walk your purpose in life. So you should have a plan for that. But of course, it takes time. It takes money. Okay, we still got to pay bills, right? And it takes commitment. And I'm going to share with you two things that are actually some of the things, two things that I learned from the workshop. I learned so many things from it, but I think these two things are going to be very important for you to understand that you can do it. You can do this. All right, you can do this. You can live the life that you want to live, that you dreamed of, or that you're dreaming of right now. You just have to have a plan. All right. So awesome. All right. So I'm waiting for my coffee here, and man, I hope all of you guys had a great weekend. I know I did. I was planning all the weeks prior to this weekend, was planning and making sure things I wanted to share with people at the workshop, making sure that they made sense, they were sound information to change and to start changing the world in regards to business, which it relates to their personal life too, right? And it was a great weekend. We really had a great time. I appreciate all of you who attended, by the way. So if you're watching the recording, thank you so much. And this is the beginning. This is the foundation. The workshop, for those of you who weren't able to make it or are interested in knowing what it is. Well, basically, the workshop it's a time of focus, uninterrupted time and energy and focus to get one thing done. And that is to have an automated system or a sales funnel for your industry. Get it done in one day. As a matter of fact, in less than a day, right? Because it takes 24 hours for a day to happen. In 4 hours. In 4 hours, get this the foundation and the fundamental of a sales funnel. Have it done, completely done, including the email sequence as well. At least the beginning of the email sequence. And I'm glad to say we were able to make it. It was interesting how everyone understood what we were doing, but they also share these two things that I'm going to share with you today that I personally learned. And so if you're looking to if you're looking to create your business online, if you have been thinking about attracting more leads and having more sales, growing your business, maybe you just started in a home-based business. Maybe you have an idea that you want to spread that idea and, well, make some money. Let's be honest, make some money, right? If you have something like that and you've been looking at all these online things, right? The online marketing, social media marketing, advertisement, the funnel, or the automated systems and things like that. All right, well, this is what the workshop is all about. Okay, this is why I decided to do this. So here's the first thing that I learned that verified and confirmed what I already had known. It is that we get caught up with so much information, so much. And I say we because I've done it. Okay. I have done it where I have an idea and I think that idea is good. And all of a sudden I find somebody doing my idea online, or somebody has a program of my idea already and they're making money with it. So then that in my head, that questions my idea. And now I start looking for another idea. And then all of a sudden, well, to make my idea better, I need to learn something. And I need to go and learn something else. Okay? And so something else and something else. And before you know it, you're learning, whatever program. You're purchasing whatever program, whatever training. You're going to all these events and multiple events and things like that. Hey, what's going on, Michael? Good to see you, buddy. So all this stuff to say that we get overwhelmed. Okay, what should I sell? I have this idea, but this is better. I want to do this, but this one looks great. Oh my goodness, this person just came up with a new program. I gotta learn it now. And you start going in multiple directions, right? Michael, what's up, buddy? What's up, brother? Good to see you. I got two things going on at the same time. And to be honest with you, I don't even know why I did that. But anyway, it's on. So you're looking at me like this. Um, so yeah, so you've got the multiple ideas. Your brain, it goes into multiple directions, and you get stuck, right? It's just frozen. I freeze. Okay, I have multiple ideas. I freeze. It's like I don't do anything. I start procrastinating. I start wanting to do something else. That's right. That's right, Michael, and that's what I'm talking about. So, what the workshop we ended up focusing on, besides doing the work, the workshop that I had is not your typical workshop. You understand? I want you to understand this workshop is where you go and do things. Okay, this is not me having multiple speakers and encouraging you and yeah, you can do this and giving you the formula so that you can go home and do it. No, 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 no. That's why I'm changing things. Hopefully in the industry because that's always the case, right? No, my workshops are we sit down and we get work done. Okay, you get things done. By the end of the workshop, everyone left with a sales funnel that they can now build on. They can now make better. Okay, but every time I went through the process of this workshop, I had to bring back these people to the one thing. There you go, Michael was saying it, right? The one thing that was going to work, or the one thing that we needed to focus on. Okay, that was a very, very important topic. Okay, the one thing, the one thing. So, what about this one thing? Okay, so let's say an example, you've got a message, but you're just not sure how to spread the message out. And with online marketing, you have multiple options, right? For example, you have digital products like an ebook, a report, a video program, webinar. So which one do you do? And as a matter of fact, you start looking into all those things available that you can do. Now you start looking and wanting to learn each one. Now that you learn each one, you feel you're pretty good, very comfortable, but because there's so many and they're all so good, you feel like you now have to do all of them. But now you have to go and search how to get it done. Do you see what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, you have something, you have some momentum, but now you just stop that momentum. Why? Because there's a lot of things out there. Okay. So we talked a lot about that. So my job was to make sure that I got you in the right path and the right direction that make the most sense and focusing on that one thing that's going to start off your funnel, your sales funnel. It was really, really powerful. The one thing. And by the way, it happens to us all, right? It's just in every day of our lives, in every area of our lives, it happens. I know it happens to me. I've had other things that I've been wanting to do with the family, and all of a sudden I get caught up with everything else, and I never get that one thing done. Okay. Hey, it's all right. As long as you know that is happening, right? That's what it's all about. You make the effort to make it better and to focus on that one thing. Oh man, awesome, Michael. Thank you so much. Michael says it was a life-changing event for me. That's great, man. And Michael, man, I like it. Your one word. That's another subject. We'll talk about that later, but that's pretty good, man. I love it. So, all right, so the one thing, focusing on one thing, you got to make sure you focus on one thing. Now, the next thing that I learned was this. So, focusing on one thing is good, but do you know that when you focus on one thing, it's you got to learn things, right? You got to educate yourself, you got to learn things, you got to make sure you develop your skills to make sure you get that one thing done. And I will tell you that out of the event that we had and everything that I have learned, besides having the one thing, is having a plan. Okay, having a plan of action, a very simple, strategic business plan. Okay, even life plan. I mean, I want you to understand this fits in any area of your life. But we're talking business right now. Okay, so a business plan. And what's this business plan? Well, a business plan is as simple as understanding that you need, let's say, an example. You need a lead generation page. You need a thank you page. You need an automated email sequence to follow up with those new leads. However, in order to attract those new leads, you also need I call it a goodwill content, or it's also known as a lead magnet type of information where you can give in exchange for someone visiting your website and giving you their information. And then you have the funnel system continues on, because now you got to make sure that you have a low entry cost basically to a program, something that's going to now help them further than what you just gave them. Okay, out of your goodwill, right? Giving them something, showing them that you can actually help people, right? Helping them by helping them, and that's the thing, right? And then ultimately, you want to make sure you have an ultimate outcome, right? Where do you want them to end up? Do you want them in your business? Do you want them as a partner in your business? Do you want them to purchase specific products, services? What do you want? Do you have a specific membership program? So just basically your ultimate outcome. That's the plan. That's the very basic and most effective plan to have, so that you can start implementing online marketing to your business. Simple. Okay. It doesn't take much technical things. Okay. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't. And so, but you need to make that choice to have a plan and to focus on the one thing. What's that one thing for you, right? What is it? What's that? What do you bring to the community? What are you going to solve? What problem, right? And then what's that one thing that you're passionate about, and go after it and have a plan. That was it. That was the whole thing, out of the whole workshop that I personally learned. I think everyone learned. I know Michael was there. We all learned, and it was really good. And seeing the excitement that, wow, we got a funnels done, a sales funnel done in one day. That was more for me, more fulfilling than anything, because you know a story that there was someone in the workshop, Mary. Okay, hopefully you're watching. But like Mary, for example, Mary, she had months. I believe even more than months, almost years now, where she said it herself, right? She says oh man, this was hard for me. I thought I needed to learn, or I started learning HTML, or I thought I needed to learn all this stuff on how to make my website better, and I needed to do all these different things. And that was a good example of what happens to someone who has an amazing heart for people, to help people, has a great message, and already has a digital product, but we needed to help her to make some money from that. I'm telling you right now that if you think If you think that you're going to just give things away and you're hoping for someone to somehow pay you, or for you for somehow some way to come into money, that's not going to happen. I'll just be straight up honest with you. It's not. You're going to have to need a plan. And I will tell you this too, that people will literally pay for what you have when you bring value in their lives, and they'll be willing to do that. A lot of times, if you give just stuff free and never ever ever have anything to sell, and then all of a sudden you decide to sell something, people will run away because they're used to it, right? They're like, man, why not you charging me for this? So that's what I'm talking about. Having a plan, okay? Your ultimate outcome. How much money is it that you're gonna make? What's the low entry cost for someone to start this program, and what value are you going to give them first, so that you can gain that trust. Okay. All right, man. So that's what I have for all of you today. I'm actually going to go ahead and drink my coffee, but I want you to keep that in mind, please. The one thing, focus on the one thing, okay? The one thing that you are going to do. Yes, there's a lot of stuff that you could do, but maybe you're not even doing them right now. So might as well just focus on the one thing and get it done. But have a plan. Have a plan on how to get it done. Once you get it done, come back and do the next thing, right? Have a plan. All right? Two things. Very important. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and drink my coffee. I'm looking at it. It's nice and warm and fresh. But Michael, anyway, hey, Michael, great seeing you at the workshop. I appreciate it. And I'm so glad that you got something out of that time because, well, there's no coincidence. I believe in no coincidence. I believe that everything happens for a specific reason, and that we've got to be open to our heart open and our mind ready to receive. And I am so glad you just said that, brother, because that means a lot to me. There's more workshops to come, of course. Things will be not only better but more effective. And hey, Annie, good to see you. Hi, Annie. Good to see you here. Thanks for joining. We were just talking about those two things that we learned out of the workshop, which is the focusing on the one thing that you need to do, that just the one thing, and the other is having a plan on doing it, having a plan to get it done. Okay, so that's look at Michael. Michael says I began my implementation already. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. And wow, that is amazing, Michael. Okay, talking about having a plan and focus on the one thing. It does. Here's Michael with a great example. Massive action, massive action. Okay, Michael just went ahead and had a mini workshop this morning already. So he went and what was it? What are we on today? Tuesday. So Saturday he got the information. Now Tuesday implementation. Man, that's awesome. That's Pam. That's exciting, man. It's how you do it. It's how you get it done, man. It's massive action. That's Thanks, brother, for actually letting me know that. Massive action is, oh man. Okay, now because you just said that, I gotta leave you guys with this because I just want you to know that it happens to everybody. If you're watching me and you're thinking, oh well, we're ahead or we're better because we know so much or done so much. No, listen, it doesn't matter who you are. It happens. Um, Implementation. Okay, Michael, you just brought that up, and I'll leave you with this. Okay, so last week, as I was going through my process of making sure that I had everything ready for the workshop, I was challenged by my mentors. Okay, all of us must have mentors, by the way. Doesn't matter who you are. Um, I was challenged to do something, and what basic. I'm not gonna get into the details. All it was is this. So I was challenged to do something, but I didn't because there was fear in me. But how do I know that? See, this is the craziest part. So I was challenged to do something, didn't do it. At the end of the week, I was approached and challenged again. Why? Why didn't I do it? All of a sudden, my wheels start turning, and I start thinking, oh well, fear. It basically came down to fear, fear of failure, fear of rejection. Uh, those are actually the two, fear, and it was still creeping up in me. So, how do you fix that? How do you fix something that you know is in there? Because unfortunately, we can't just go look in our pockets and get fear out, right? And it's for sure it does take time to renew the way you think and get that fear out of you. However, what Michael just did is exactly what I did and exactly what you need to do if you want to get rid of any fear that you have, any rejections that you might thought that expect. As a matter of fact, even if you're confused, that's also another thing of fear. Okay, so to get it out, you take massive action. So what I do, I got it done right there immediately. I was approached, challenged to say, "Hey, man, I was afraid. Darn it, I felt bad for a moment. I'm like, man," and then I started thinking. Immediately, I say, "I got to take massive action. Stop thinking. Just take massive action." I did. I went ahead, took massive action, turned around. Pow! Everything turned around within that one day. So why didn't I do it the first day when I was challenged to get this stuff done? Fear. Fear is still creeping up in me, right? So there's always little things in there that will always come out. But what do? Smash it. How? Take massive action. Bam, just get it done. Get something done. Even if it doesn't make sense at times to do something massively, take action. Even if you're afraid to take massive action, you get it done. And even if it's not perfect, because nothing in this world is perfect, you get it done. And that, my friends, is how you and Michael himself here has proven it also that we all can actually move forward and accomplish the mission that we have in our lives. And remember, the more you do, the more impact you will have on other people's life. So get to it. Get to work, right? Oh, yeah, brother. False evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. That's right. False evidence appearing real. It's all up here, right? Little things lingering, and all of a sudden they make you believe something which is not. So you take action to prove those beliefs or that unreal mindset, and you take action to say to yourself or to your brain, to your subconscious mind, to say, "Hey, you were wrong. Let's move on." And the more you do that, the better and the better results you get. And before you know it, instead of taking months and years to wait for transformation to happen and to release any fear in any situation, it can get done in one day. And then all you do is just follow through, just keep going, follow through. Little by little, you change your world. Man, Michael, man, you motivate me. You encourage me. Always, brother. Always. I just want to talk now. Well, listen, everybody who, if you're watching again the recording, I want you to understand that it takes commitment to do what you feel you should do. It takes commitment and focus to walk your purpose that you've been created for. And it takes commitment, focus, and enthusiasm to make sure you never give up, because it's important. Whatever you have in your life, whatever that is, that's the burning desire that you believe in your heart you must get done in this life, in your life. It's really, really important for a specific reason, and that one person is waiting for your message so that they can also change their lives too. All right. So awesome, man. Okay, going to drink my coffee. Michael, great seeing you here. And if anyone here wants to know more about what I do and why I do it, just go to my website. Go to eddiesand.com. It's right here. Look at that. eddiesand.com. Just go there and you will find out more about what I do. Till next time, guys. Till next time. Next Coffee with Eddie, Tuesdays, every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come join me for some coffee. We'll have a conversation just like we just did with Michael. Thanks, Michael, for being here. Appreciate it. This was really encouraging for me, you being here and giving me those awesome comments that made me think of a lot more things than what I thought I had today. Awesome, guys. Have a great week. Make it happen. Stay focused. Stay motivated by your passion. Peace.